Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and those who are neither, wherever you are in the world. I'm Ramblin' Rusty Elm, and this is Ramblin' with Rusty. Last week on Ramblin' with Rusty, we finished off the Bleak Rock Isle quest lines and moved on to Balfoyan, where we finished out all the quests there before moving on to do the prologue quests for the Morrowind release. And this week we are going to be working here in Morrowind to do some of all the side quests that are available. Now, in the interest of full transparency, I tried to record this episode yesterday, but there was an issue and I didn't get the recording. But I did get all the questing that I was doing for that recording done. So there is a bunch that I did that you guys aren't going to get to see. It was all just some side quests. One here in Vvardenfell, then one over here, then a couple over here in Suran, along with a couple of the delves, Zane Sipilu and Ashalamawea. And it says I didn't get this, but I went up there and picked it up. That's interesting. That was one of the things I did yesterday, was go get that. Yeah, now I'm kind of curious what else it says I haven't done. Okay, I did finish that. So, yeah, so today we are going to concentrate on the Balmora area and on up into the Alduran stuff. Time permitting, we will finish off these last couple of delves and finish picking up all the sky shards. So, without further ado, let's get it going. Let's see, we want to go here. Alright.
You look like the traveling sort. In your excursions, have you perchance come? That's a shame. Her father, Eris, you should speak to Counselor Eris can be found at the Redarin Kin House, and do her. I have no issue with Counselor Eris seeking help. It's where he's decided to get that help that concerns me. House Redarin doesn't need outsiders to take care of its business. But who am I to question a house counselor?
Yes,
House Talvani still keeps slaves?
How else do those lazy mages accomplish anything?
But what about the pact?
House Talvani stayed out of the pact. The wizards have no interest in the land.
Anything I can do for you?
Yes? Is there something I can do for you? My daughter has been gone too long, and the house guard can't seem to find a wall in the corner. But why should I trust you with this task? Tell me, Outlander, how can you succeed when my forces continue to fail time and time again? An interesting insight. Perhaps you can find my daughter. Vaya can handle herself, but the father worried. Vaya fled after Captain Briven oversees the house's attempt to locate.
Not now, Outlander. If you need some sort of assistance, go find... You must be one of the freelancers the Council employed to supplement... I've known the Relith family since I was a child. Perhaps. As long as you don't get too close. They've been running notes of late. When you find Veya's friends, remember to keep your distance. You just want to spot the note carrier and follow him to whoever's receiving these messages.
Get this letter to Drevis. It's important. Just don't let House Veteran get their hands on it. If you think you're being followed, find a place to hide. Good luck.
This dark elf could use a break.
I don't feel so well.
Well done. This should help us determine what happened to Veya's brother. Hello, can I help you? Wait a moment. You're one of those hirelings House Redoran pays to harass us simple folk. Look, all Veya wants to do is to find out what happened to her brother. Too bad the house doesn't seem to care a swit about any of that. Veya wants nothing to do with the house or her father. Why can't any of you respect that? Even if I wanted to help, I haven't seen Veya since she snuck out of town. We communicate. Well, if you must know, it concerns Veya's brother. He was an officer in the House Guard before he vanished without a trace. We've been trying to help Veya find him. A local tough, goes by the name of Ashur. He delivers the letters. We usually meet him outside of town to the northeast. But good luck trying to get any information out of him. Ashur is not known for his... I think we're done here, don't you? I told you where to find Ashur. He's been passing on... I'm not telling you anything you... about that. I'm kind of on edge, if you hadn't noticed. Everyone knows Veya's brother. Or they did, before he disappeared. Ulran was an exemplary officer. Everything House Redoran could hope for. Veya won't rest until she learns the truth. She ran away because her father refused to give her a straight answer. She suspects he was involved in Ulran's disappearance. Or that he at least knows more than he's willing to say. Is it any wonder Veya decided to take matters into her own hands? You think I'm just going to tell you all our secrets, Outlander? Well, that's not going to happen. I won't betray Veya. All right. No need to get violent. Veya doesn't want her father to find her until she's located her brother, so we help protect her. That's why we set up the runners. Let the Councilor's hounds chase us, while Veya looks for Ulran.
Please, if you just listen.
Take care of yourself.
I'm in need of a strong set. I have an It allows one to archive. I thank you for your aid. Fewer than ever.
This is taking forever.
You killed one of my gang, Swit. No writ will protect you from us.
Feeling left out? I'm sure I can procure a writ for each of you.
I kind of want to watch this see. Yeah, it looks like they're not going to actually attack him. Yeah.
Hey, what's a little extortion among friends?
That's it! Kill the Morag Tong and any witnesses!
I'll just take my leave. No use getting my axes bloody again.
Healer!
Yeah, just attack an innocent passerby.
I had that situation under control. Just needed them to make the first hostile move. Still, I cleaned enough blood off my axes for one day, so thanks for lending a hand. You were you? Was it Melissa? I told her I'd close out my tab after I completed another contract. That Vaya? The new apprentice? Now why in oblivion are you now? And why do you want to do that? Never mind, I don't really care. I was asked to pass along some notes, but I'm not really the messenger type. I suggest you talk to Vaya's mentor. Last I heard. Make sure you don't anger Vaya's mentor, or even look at her the wrong way. You know, the usual buyer's remorse. I see a lot of that in my line of work. Turns out, I had to kill a bad man who did bad things. The writ was...
Well, of course, we know that Asher, or at least I know that Asher is actually a member of the Morag Tong and an assassin. Let's see, I'm going to have to go back through town. Since I'm here, I might as well do this.
Oh, Gilan, look! A Dwemer gear. It's in remarkably good condition.
Yes, wonderful. I'll mark it down.
And here, another. Could these have fallen off the ruins?
Yes, that is peculiar.
Is something the matter, dear? You seem distracted today.
Oh, nothing's the matter. I'm nervous.
Whatever for. If anything attacks us, I'll protect you.
I'm not nervous about an attack, Bravura. It's just... well... there's no good way to say this.
To say what?
Harry,
Are you serious?
that's not the response I hoped for.
Ghilan, of course I'll marry you. I love you. I just expected something more dramatic.
Well, I planned to propose at the falls, but today we didn't go to the falls. I had to improvise.
I beg of you.
Leave me, Outlander. Let me die in the shame I've brought to Malakath. Defeated by a lone warrior. Malakath will laugh at our incompetence. An assassin. Probably a Morag tongue. She tracked our leader here. But she doesn't know.
She's just one woman! Get inside the ruins and stop her!
Okay. Okay, the door is here.
Let the assassin come. I'm tired of running and she doesn't frighten me.
Well, you're not what I expected to find in a place like this. You're not a cultist. At least you sure aren't dressed like one. You're walking into a dangerous place, hero. You must be here for a reason. Questions? I don't have time for questions. I have a writ to complete. Look, I can't keep these evil cultists waiting. You want to talk? Find me after I finish this job.
Come out, little assassin! Or is the Morag Tom too scared to meet the powerful snake face to face?
There she is. Surround her. Cut her apart.
A helping hand? How sweet.
By Malakath's sacred tusks, you won't get past me!
Excuse me, hero. I have to see an orc about a writ.
Okay, well, while she does that, we'll claim our next level. And let's see. Who am I running with on this bar? Probably should. Yeah, that's the Tide King's Gaze. Dual wheel destruction staff. Okay, it's at level 27. I've almost finished leveling up that dual wield stuff.
Don't kill me. I didn't mean to interfere with House Tolvani's plans. I made a mistake.
A mistake? Well, that explains everything. I'll just let the Tolvani know. I'm sure Mage Valen will understand.
Oh, that's a relief. I thought for sure you were going to kill me.
I am. I hate when my leathers get wet. And this is a new outfit, too. Ah, well. I suppose we ought to discuss what you're doing here. You're obviously not one of the Malakath cultists, so I have one question. Why the tusk are you following me, and why shouldn't I just kill you and be done with it? Yes, that was 2 questions, and an orc curse, and a threat. It's been a long day. Oh, that's not what I expected. But you can just turn around and leave. You're not going to find her. Veya's going through a difficult time right now, and the last thing she needs is some House Redrin lackey. Really? Is that what old man Eris told you? And did he tell you about Veya's brother? About how House Redrin exiled their favorite son? No? I didn't think so. Veya needs answers, and I promise to help her. So walk away while you still can. Outsiders? Is her father really that desperate? Look, tell Eris that Veya's safe and you'll see her soon, but no more outsiders. If my organization gets skittish, they'll return to the shadows and take Veya with them. Well, it's not exactly a lie, and I don't want things to get out of hand. I'll arrange a meeting, provided Veya agrees. You let Eris know she's safe. Get him to stop hiring freelancers before someone gets hurt. I'll send a...
Alright, well, that little bit of business is done. Now we just gotta fight our way out of here. Or sneak our way out. Yeah, looks like we're fighting. Let's see. Okay, it looks like better off just heading straight back to town.
How may I serve?
I'm surprised to see you back here, but I'm also... Vaya joined that cult of assassins? I was afraid she'd do something rash. She won't. Naryu's back in town, as you say. No other out... When next you see her, tell my daughter that Vaya has always felt shackled by the rules of House Redoran. That may be an oversimplification, but I suppose your statement is accurate. I walk in...
Can I help you?
No, you cannot.
Well, look at that. Naryu said I'd find you here, and damn it all if she wasn't right. Did I mention how much I hate being a messenger? Makes me wish I had a writ so I could kill something. Anyway, Naryu wants to talk to you. Said you'd know what it was all about. Here. This should explain everything, sort of. Never had to use a map? Look, I know you're helping Councillor Eris, but if that map falls into House Red...
Keeping myself busy here.
Sorry about all the subterfuge, but we can't be too careful when it comes to security around here. Don't be so eager, my darling. It reveals too much about your ultimate intentions. But yes, Vea would very much like to meet with you. You intrigue her, and your connection to her father could prove beneficial once she knows she can trust you. Redwin records. House officials keep track of everything. Incidents, commendations, births and deaths. Whether important or mundane, they detail it all in their registry. Vea believes the registry contains information about her brother Ulron. Don't sound so offended. You had to know your hands were going to get dirty eventually. You are dealing with assassins and politicians, after all. The local keeper of records, Lord Drano, is away, so security at his townhouse should be light.
For a cool, sweet drink.
Back in. Back in. Let's cook. I do believe that's the first time I made it through that without getting a bounty.
Still alive, I see. And since you're here, that means you weren't captured and hauled off to a Redoran dungeon. Ulron was exiled? That can't be right. He's an exemplary officer and a good man. Plus, he's the son of a counselor. Why in oblivion? I can see that. There has to be more to the story, but I'm not sure how we get it. Still, you proved you could. There's an abandoned cave along the coast. It's in the swamp and smells like rot, which makes it the perfect place to hide. Get to the swamp and find Vea. She's eager for any information about her brother, so she's really going to appreciate getting that registered.
I gotta tell these guys I'm here.
And you're sure it's Vea? House Redoran isn't emptying its coffers so you can chase your own tails out here.
You pay the war claws well, because the war claws are the best there is. We have the kitten scent. It's just a matter of time before my warriors catch her.
Of course, Ferrara. Just make sure she doesn't get out of the swamp. I'll take my soldiers and guard the eastern paths, in case she eludes your warriors again. Ah, the Counselor. My mercenaries have spotted Vea skulking about the northern portion of the swamp. Vea's brother. It's a sad story. Ulron always had an unnatural attraction to the Ashlanders and their savage Khajiit mercenaries of the highest order. For members of a lesser race, Ferhara's, as you say,
Ferhara assumes the Counselor's minions will not present a problem for the war claws. Yes, Captain?
The Outlanders have been warned, Ferhara. I leave everything else to your discretion.
The cloak is now at rank 4.
Stupid. By the 3! You really shouldn't sneak up on a person like that. If you're... Oh, right! Now you mentioned something about that. Look, I can't wait to hear what you learned. Unfortunately, there's a... You're going to tackle that... Meet me in the cave to the north when you finish with the mercenaries.
I can smell the dark elf kitten. Looks like we're the first ones here. Aid me!
Warclaws! Let's flay this outsider!
Up here! Hurry before more of them show up! What do you think of my luxurious accommodations? It's got dirt and rock, fungus and a poultry fire, all the comforts of home. Anyway, you said you had information about... No, that can't be right. Ulrun's honorable and noble. He's a model soldier. What could he have possibly done to warrant being banished? What? My brother has always been interested in the Ashlanders. Even showed them a kindness the rest of the house doesn't approve of. But for him to kill someone, especially one of his own soldiers... I know the tribe that Oran liked to help. Brought them supplies and such. He'd go and visit their camp whenever our father wasn't paying attention.
She can handle herself just fine, hero. There, grab your things. It's time to go.
Go? Why? What's going on?
The Warclaws are marching toward this cave, along with half the House Redwin soldiers in Balmora. We need to go now.
Damn it! They must have followed us. I'll get my stuff.
Dealing with an arrogant, impatient, overconfident young woman. Now I know how my mother must have felt. We need to... The back tunnels. Better than heading out the front door and right into the main contingent of Redwin troops. Councillor Eris brought additional soldiers from town. He's intent. One more thing. The back tunnels wind their way through territory that House Redwin recently acquired. We may run into some resistance, but it shouldn't be as bad as what's waiting outside the front of the cave.
Does the ceiling look unstable to you?
Search everywhere. Captain Priven thinks the Councillor's kitten might try to escape through these tunnels.
Damn! Those cat bastards are harder to shake than a blind date. can't get captured and taken back to my father. Not when I'm this close to finding my brother.
Heal me!
That must be the way out. I just hope there aren't any Redderans up there. Oh no. Father ruins everything. I'm so close to finding my brother and he shows up to drag me back home. You do that for me? Thanks. Clever. Tell my father whatever he wants to hear. That might actually work. Afterward, meet me at the Ashlander camp to the south. My brother would often visit that particular tribe. It's as good a place as any to start. Once I find Ulran and make sure he's all right, I'll meet with my father. But that meeting will be on my terms, not his. And tell him to call off his soldiers, or I might change my...
Halt! Who goes there?
Stand down. These outlanders work for me. The captain reported that he had seen you in the area. There are also multiple reports that Vaya has been spotted. Tell me. I also said that the captain has his own resources. The war claws report to Briven, not me. Look, we're all just trying to get my daughter home safely. Now, tell me what Vaya's thinking. It was a gamble, I admit. An opportunity I couldn't let slip away. You won't make me feel guilty about trying to find my daughter. Very well. We'll do this her way. Vaya can be as stubborn as her mother sometimes. But tell my daughter that my patience won't last forever. Next time, I expect Vaya to be with you. Or I might just let Captain Briven do this his way. The captain reported that I also... Very well. Do as I command, and let them pass.
Well, there certainly aren't Ashlanders, not with those tales.
This is... disturbing. I can't believe this! Why allow the Warclaws to run roughshod over the camp like this? What's House Redderin thinking? And what in the name of the three have they done with the... My brother often visited this camp. Took me along a couple of times. It used to be such a vibrant place. So full of life. I know House Redderin wants to expand along the western coast, but I never expected they'd set the Warclaws loose like this. If Ulran was here, he'd never stand for the Warclaws invading the camp. He told me the Ashlanders were the same as you and I. Different beliefs don't necessarily make people... I really want to help, but Naryu won't hear of it. We don't get our hands dirty unless there's a writ attached. She's so fond of reminding me. We'll hang around and wait for you to find something before we move in.
Vaya, I don't think this is a good idea. We're trying to keep you out of House Redrun hands, remember?
You're not my parent, Naryu. I can take care of myself, even if the Mother of Blades doesn't think so.
Damn it, Vaya! You know I hate that title.
If I can smell you, Outlander, then you can be certain the Warclaws have picked up your scent. Leave now, and maybe you'll escape with a little flesh still clinging to your bones. House Redrun doesn't care. They marched in with their Warclaws and claimed the land. Anyone who tried to resist was imprisoned or sent to the mines. Me? I decided my life was more important. You can't be more disgusted with that prospect than I am, but at least I'm still alive. And all I have to do is direct them to the best resources and show them where some of my people hide every now and then. A small price to pay.
If I'd realized how popular this camp was going to be with Outlanders, I would have moved the tribe ages ago. You don't appear to be one of the heretical invaders, but look— Ah, Ulran the Exile. He disgraced his family and lost his status, but remained true to his heart. Ulran is here. He tried to stand against the Redorans, just as they detained me. I assume they dragged him off to the mine, along with most of the tribe who refused to let those tribunal dogs walk all over us. Or should I say tribunal cats in this instance? Be wary. The mine will be as protected as the cat. It's a small hole in the ground, but it served us well until the Redorans and their Warclaws arrived. Now they toss my people aside and lock the door. Warclaw Irgazar, get the key to the mine from either the Warclaw's commander or the supply yurt, whichever suits your needs. Perhaps you'll find what you seek within Kudanot's depths.
But apparently I didn't get the key when I killed him first time, so I'm gonna have to get the other key.
I need healing!
That'll be quicker than waiting around for him to respawn.
We're just going to burn them? Even the Redorin?
Intruders! War claws! Attack!
Down here! Come on! Wait. What's that smell?
Veya, stay back. You don't need to see this.
What happened here? Oh gods! They murdered these poor Ashlanders! Oh no! Oran! Oran! Wake up, please!
Veya shouldn't have had to see this. Even I'm finding it hard to believe that the mercenaries would slaughter these Ashlanders for no reason. Not to mention the son of a housecarl. I suppose anything could happen in the heat of the moment. But to kill a Redoran, even an exiled one, that's presumptuous even for the war clause. I wonder if Eris... I've seen these before. They use them in Eastmarch to record and send important messages. They're expensive and as rare as a sober Nord. But Oron was always attracted to the contrivances of other cultures. Shall we see what it has to say?
If you're listening to my voice, know that my time is short, and what I have to say is important.
Brother, is that you?
Go on. Let's see what message Oron left for us to find.
To discredit me. I need to report the events so my sister can learn the truth about her brother. You have to understand, I don't share my house's hatred and distrust of Ashlanders. So, during my normal patrol, when I heard that Ashlanders had come to Balmora and were causing trouble, I was dubious to say the least. I arrived to find one of my soldiers arguing with the Ashlanders. He spat at them, called them savages. When one of the Ashlanders objected, my soldier drew his sword. Before I could intervene, my soldier's blade struck him down. I ordered the soldier to stand down, but he ignored me and stepped toward the second Ashlander. I killed my own soldier. I had to. Before I knew it, I was dragged before the Redoran. I believe I was set up for this fall, but I don't know by who. I came to this camp for shelter, but House Redoran's reach grows ever longer. Now Captain Briven's here. I'm going to talk to them, just in case I made this stone for my sister Veya.
Oran! Damn it! What am I supposed to do now?
I agree with Ulron's assessment. Certainly sounds like someone led him into a situation guaranteed to make him fail. I can't believe he put this burden on Veya, though. What was Ulron thinking? I didn't say that. I'm just not sure how to proceed. We're entering dangerous waters here, going up against House Redoran. And we don't even... I'm going to take Veya and head back to our safe house in Balmora. They found our cave, but the abandoned basement is still secure. After that, I'm not sure. The Morag Tong has rules. If I break them, I'll have to deal with the consequences. We can't just kill with wild abandon. We follow a code. We only execute those whose names appear on sanctioned writs. If we kill respectable citizens without a writ, that's just murder. So, without proof and a proper writ, my hands are... You do that, but be careful. We're not sure who in the House Redoran is involved. place is fascinating. I wonder how long it's lain undisturbed.
It could be years, decades even.
I'd hoped to find more Dwemer relics, but I suppose the view is inspiring.
It certainly is.
Flatterer. You can see this view anywhere now, can't you?
And yet I never grow tired of looking.
Speaking of looking, we should start viewing larger homes.
What's wrong with our current home?
It's rather small, isn't it?
It's cozy. Just enough room for you and me.
And you don't see how that could become a problem?
No?
Well, you've done a lot more than look since we married, dear.
At houses? Wait. Bravora?
Yes?
You're pregnant?
That happens when one enjoys the view, doesn't it?
That's wonderful! I'm going to be a father!
Yes, dear. Yes, you are.
We need a new house, with a real kitchen and a second bedroom. Perhaps even 3 bedrooms?
One step at a time, dear.
Open your eyes. Please, open your eyes.
Are they gone?
Yes. You fought them off.
Oh, good. Dying for nothing would have been embarrassing.
You're not going to die. I won't allow it.
That's ambitious of you.
I can mend more than a scraped knee, you'll see. Just don't move.
That feels better.
I told you. You're still bleeding. Just a little more.
Gilan.
I can save you. I will save you.
Take care of the children. For me. Promise.
We'll take care of them together.
Promise me.
I will, I promise. But keep your eyes open.
I wish I could.
Bravora!
You've made these years so wonderful.
Bravora! Bravora!
Your wife signed a contract, Gilan. She did not complete it.
But she died.
And now the crystals she was to procure for me have been acquired by my rival.
I've lost the mother of my children.
Your failings are not my problem.
We don't have enough money to pay you back.
Then we will sell your house.
We can't do that. Master, please. My children
may purchase their own dwelling with their own money.
Neri's only just turned 8, and Mills...
You would offer an alternative?
What can I offer you?
I understand you have some aptitude for magic. You will serve me.
But my children
will remain in your home so long as you do not violate our contract.
But who will raise them? When will I see them?
You will see them when I don't need you. Or would you rather see them in the street?
No, of course not. Thank you, Master Drenham. I will serve you.
You sign your contract today.
How can I help you?
And so the Outlander returns, as we discussed in the swamp. I expected you to return with Vaya, or present me with a time and place for us to meet. Complication? What kind of complication? I ordered my soldiers to stand down. No, that's not possible. My son was banished, ordered to leave Vvardenfell and never return. Why, Vaya was with you? And you left her out there? By the three, everything is unraveling no matter how hard I try. Tell my daughter I'm sorry. Tell her she needs to stay away. If you'll excuse me, I need some time to consider everything you've told me. Once I did, it was never meant to be an attack. I sent Captain Briven to clear land that already belonged to House Redoran. The Ashlanders were given an opportunity to depart. House Redoran has been slowly expanding in that direction for years. We claimed that area almost a year ago, but we were forced to temporarily abandon it. Redoran depends on that land for hunting and resources. The Ashlanders are like a the captain serves House Redoran with honor and dedication. I'll speak to Briven when he returns. But understand, the captain operated...
Were you able to recover my memory? No. No, thank you. You've recovered everything I need to ask my children to come visit me. Naria works at the station.
Yes. Do I know you? I'm trying to fish.
I have nothing to say to that man. What? I don't want his money any more than I want his apologies.
Oh, you just don't give up, do you? Fine.
What?
My, you look like a well-traveled individual. My mother? Father rarely mentions her. I can tell how painful it is for him to... How odd. Father... No one persuades Mills to do anything.
The master went upstairs to rest. He did not wish to be disturbed until you arrived.
Let's go, Mills. He's still your father.
He has an odd way of showing it.
Father? Mills has come to visit. Father? Father! Oh, Father. I suppose you are with Mother
Couldn't
at
resist
last.
disappointing me one last time. Good riddance.
If only I'd come sooner. Thank you. We all knew this was coming, but that doesn't make it any easier to bear. My father was a good man, even if Mills never got to see it. I'm almost afraid to do so. What couldn't he just say to us all this time? Still...
What? A ghost? Naria. Mills. I so regret not being that as you grew up. What I could never tell you is why my life was not my own.
Shh, Mills. I think this is a memory.
Soon, I'll be able to share the truth with you. To share everything with you. Thanks to the efforts of this kind traveler, I have archived my memories on this stone. I hope one day you will find it in your hearts to forgive me. And find the father and mother you never had. Here, I love you. I have always loved you. You've both made me so proud.
Father...
Why? Why couldn't you just fade away like you always do? Why couldn't you just let me forget you?
Because it's not just about him, Mills, or you. It's about all of us. Our family, together at last.
Alright, that's one of the 2 quests down. And we're going to go work on the second one now.
Outlander! Now you told me what you found in the Ashlander mine. I can't imagine what Vaya must be going through right now, but she should... Naryu has responsibility. You do understand another thing. Naryu's job concerns House Redoran. That's why she didn't...
Get out of here, Ashur. I don't need a nursemaid, no matter what Naryu might think. Oh, it's you. Did Ashur send you to check up on me? I swear, the next person that treats me like a child is gonna find my dagger in their stomach. Gods, I'm not mad at you. I'm just annoyed. No, I don't think so. It's just been difficult. Finding poor Ulran in the Ashlander camp. I need to be doing something. I know, but Naryu's writ. It involves a Redoran counselor. Exactly the opportunity I've been waiting for. The counselor knows who set up my brother. We need to... Well, Naryu wouldn't tell me any specifics, but she trained me well. It wasn't hard to sneak a glance at the writ before she took off. I appreciate you agreeing to see what you can learn at Arenim Manor. You did? How did he take it? Really? I suppose that makes sense. I think he loves us. And he didn't expect... My father doesn't know his children as well as he thinks. Either of them. That's why I can't agree to that. I need to figure out what happened to my brother. That's all I've been doing. Thinking. And I think Ulran with Riven's as stubborn as my father when it comes to following politics, foreign relations.
Can't you see that I'm furious?
I expected you hours ago, hero. It's not polite to keep an assassin waiting. I was wondering how long it was going to take Vare to convince you to follow me. But she thought I didn't notice when she glanced at my writ, didn't she? Where is my overly curious apprentice, by the way? I know Vare wants answers, but this is my job. There are rules, especially where the lords of the great houses are concerned. There might be a way to deal with this, though, provided you're... First, don't kill any Redrons. That's a violation of my writ, and could have serious consequences for both of us. Second, you sneak around and search for anything that pertains to Ulron's exile, while I figure out how to deal with the Counselor. We need to be invisible. These things work best when no one but the target knows we're there. If you get spotted, you're on your own. I even cough on anyone without a writ, and the Morag Tong will have my head. Vare's my apprentice, and I'll decide when she's ready to take on a mission. She's been through a lot, and her actions reflect on me and my status in the Morag Tong. She may not appreciate it right now, but I'm trying to keep the both. That's how it works. Her actions... There have to be. My order came this close to being eliminated. It's only recently that we've started to make a comeback, and only in Dunmer territory.
Let's see if we can do this one without getting caught.
watch his back.
The front door's guarded like a bank vault. Maybe there's another way in through one of the buildings by the docks. This looks promising. Might even lead to the wine cellars. I could use a good bottle of wine. See what you can find pertaining to Ulran. I've got a dagger and a writ with Councillor Dolvara's name on them. If we don't find anything, maybe we can ask for an invitation to the upcoming council meeting. I'm sure they'd be happy to answer our questions.
Isn't the best defense always a good attack?
Damn the luck! I was hoping for a quick stab and go, but it seems the Councillor might actually know something about Ulran. So House Redoran issued an advisory against the Morag Tong? Fat lot of good that's going to do the Councillor.
Says it's the only love he ever gets.
Not yet, hero. Let's make one more sweep. So Councillor Dolvara does know something about Vea's brother. Damn it all! Now I suppose you want to actually talk to her before I execute the walking. Of course we do. I specifically waited for you to arrive because I figured that would be the case. Still doesn't mean I'm happy about blurring the line between helping Vea and before. We discovered that the next meeting... That means we have to get...
Tell that stupid idiot to watch his back. Ah, you must be here about those pesky patrol schedules. After all that clandestine correspondence, it's a pleasure to finally meet you in person. Now, well, look at you. I'm impressed. The last person House Drez sent over was so much more scruffy. I have a meeting with House Halalu shortly, but I think I can spare a few more moments for you to seal the noble's banished son. Why does House Drez care about that? Ulron's dead. I hadn't heard.
You aren't clever enough or pretty enough to avoid what's about to happen, Dolvra.
What's the meaning of this? Who are you people?
I'm a Morag Tong with a writ that says you're a criminal and a traitor. That means I get to end your miserable existence. Take another look around, hero, and see if you can find anything else related to Oran.
He goes to the city just for the pickpockets. Says it's
Alakir massage oils? Fancy. But that has nothing to do with Oran. More proof that Dolvra was in bed with both House Halalu and House Drez.
What is that terrible smell?
That's Captain Briven's seal. I suppose our evil counselor courted favor wherever she could find it.
He hears voices in his head. Don't worry, they're good.
The good Captain Briven appears to be more involved in Oron's fate than I had imagined. He never struck me as the type to use murder and deceit to get ahead, but that's the problem with greed. It causes decent people to make stupid choices. Or he's trying to hide something. The letter mentioned an intact squad sent to scout the old fort. I suppose.
Isn't the best defense always a good attack? I don't have to explain something I never was undercooked.
Well, I almost made it through that one without getting a bounty, but a lot better than I normally end up doing.
Back again? Took your sweet time. You didn't learn anything, did you? What good is that going to do? They won't speak to us. House before family and all that. More rules. I thought we were beyond those kinds of... Riven was Oren's best friend. Would he really betray my brother? Regardless, I want you to have this. So which soldiers are we talking about? I know most of the people my brother used to work with. There's no time to waste. That fort's near the cave where I was hiding. Last time I was there, the fort was crawling with cultists. We need to find them before Vatala and his soldiers wind up sacrificed to some Daedric prince. We'll get Vatala and his soldiers... Let me gather my gear and write a note for Nariu. I'll meet you near the Hlormoran stronghold. The more I think about it, the more convinced I am that we'll learn who's responsible for Oren's death soon. As far as I'm concerned, rules got my brother killed. They don't apply to me anymore. Besides, to find the soldiers, we're probably going to have to carve a path through those cultists. The Morag. That's what the handbook says. Look, I know what Nariu's done for me. To keep me safe, I appreciate that. But this is about what they did to my brother. Nothing else matters. Not Nariu, not you. No, never. I know Vatala. Oren had a habit of putting... You're here, I'm here, the damn cultists are here. You know, Nariu's probably busy clearing her writ, and we don't have time to wait. This opportunity to learn more... Their orders were to scout... Aid me! A Redoran officer's sword. No Redoran soldier would leave that behind willingly. Corporal Darvel. I knew him. But the others, they're civilians. They must have taken Tellem's soldiers inside. Let's find the soldiers and get out of here before these stupid cultists realize what's happening.
We won't let you take us without a fight. Wait, Bea, is that you?
Thank the three! You're all still alive!
I'm not sure what you and Vare are doing here, but let us out. This isn't the time or one of the cultists.
You find the key. Me and Vatala. We're going to have a little chat while we're waiting.
Vare, I'm just trying to protect you.
From what? The truth? Oh, please. I want to know who did this to my brother.
Ah, another sacrifice for the Prince of Bargains.
Vare, wait! You can't leave us like this. I knew I shouldn't have told Vare. I told her what she wanted to hear. My orders were to invite the Ashlanders to Balmora to trade, send some local toughs to instigate a commotion, and then get Ulran to investigate. It was just supposed to be a loyalty test. Who expected Ulran to kill his own soldier? Captain Briven, though he was still a lieutenant at the time. As soon as I explained all this to Vare, her face turned dark and she stormed out of here. I think she's going to Balmora to kill him. You need to let me out so I can warn the captain. How dare you! When House Redoran hears about this, you're going to regret your actions.
Yeah, I just can't bring myself to let him out. Every time. He betrayed his best friend. If I could kill him, I would. Of course, if I could invite Vaya to join the Dark Brotherhood, I'd do that too. No reason she should be made to live by the rules of the Morag Tong when it comes to getting her revenge. Let's see, where do I need to go? Oh, she's in Balmora. That means I need to get down the city. Get into town. Again.
Get your ass over here, hero. We've got a situation and it's not good. Get your ass over here, hero. We've got a situation and it's not good. I leave you and Vaya alone for a couple of hours and everything goes to oblivion in an ore cart. Why did Vaya leave the safe house? And why is House Redoran tearing the city apart to find her? You did what? I suppose you thought that was a good idea? Well, the damage is done. That explains why Vaya broke into the kin house. I'm not sure what happened in there, but she certainly stirred up the Redoran soldiers. Vaya might still be inside. Or she might have given them. If Vaya kills Briven without a writ, the Morag Tong and House Redoran will both want her head on a silver platter. You check the kin house. I'll grab Ashur and see if we can pick up Vaya's trail in the streets. Don't let me down.
Scour the streets. Search the buildings. Vvardenfell does not leave this city.
What's the meaning of this? Where are the soldiers? If you're looking for my husband, I'll tell you the same thing that I told that brazen young... I could barely make sense of the nonsense she was spouting. She had a knife, but no, she didn't harm me. You shouldn't get involved. That young woman will hasten... Dead soldiers. They were just protecting the kin house. I'll go stay with my sister in Vivek.
Yeah, I guess I do that.
Please tell me you found Veya. I can already feel the cold steel of the executioner's blade on the back of my neck. Is Veya trying to get herself killed? You can't just barge into a Redren garrison and ask the soldiers to stand aside while you murder their captain. We have to get to her before... She murdered soldiers without a writ. This is a dark path she's decided to follow. And unless we play this just right, it's...
Guard every exit. If Veya tries to get into or out of the city, we'll find her. I don't like the looks of this.
Brivin is using war claws to patrol the garrison instead of veteran soldiers. Either House forces are stretched thinner than I thought, or Brivin wants to justify the use of mercenaries to the Council. Maybe nothing, maybe everything. We know Ulron refused to employ mercenaries. He hated counting on thugs to do the right thing. The war clause may be a blessing in disguise. I can explain killing these bastards a lot easier than trying to wipe Redwin blood off my hands. Let's go stop Vaya. There's no stealthy way.
Oh, there's always a stealthy option. Okay, maybe not. Let's see. It's not gonna let me jump over that fence.
That brings bad luck.
Well, I only had to kill one of them on the way through. It's kind of stealthy.
I tried to read that book. Covers were too far apart.
Glad to see we all made it. Now let's find Brivin before Vaya skewers him. Like many veteran structures, this place is huge and designed to serve a multitude of purposes. We're going to need to split up to cover it all. We must find Brivin and keep him alive. He's going to be as mad as a bullnetch and twice as ugly, provided we can actually convince him we're here to save his sorry hide and that we're not part of a plot to kill him and the councillors.
Let's see, which route do I want to take? Walked right into him.
Do not let yesterday take up too much of today.
Yeah, I can just kill these guys. I don't need to be stealthy.
Captain Brivin is on you. Soon we'll have a terminal job. I need aid. Yes? Kill the intruders. They have interfered for the last time.
What's going on down here? It sounds like a... You! What are you... What in the name of the three are you up to? I thought you worked for Councillor... Vaya. She's barely out from under her mother's apron and she presumes to judge my actions? No matter. Whatever your motives. Ah, now everything becomes clear. Vaya learned something of her brother's fate and wants to retaliate. Then let her come. But know this. You're looking for the responsible party. Then look no further than Councillor Eris. He wanted to prove his son's loyalty to the house. To show that Ulrun's fascination... A test Ulrun failed. Eris was devastated when his son sided with the savages, and his daughter ran away. He decided to resign his position. He'll make the announcement today. Eris hopes...
That's for Ulrun. Choke on your own blood, you bastard. My father, the entire council, they're all guilty. They all have to die. I have to do this, so stay out of my way.
No, you don't.
Vaya actually did it. She killed Briven in cold. Vaya killed Briven. Without a writ. It was pure, focused rage. I never expected her to go through with it. If Vaya doesn't get herself killed up there, the Morag Tong... I'm not sure they deserve to be sick. The Morag Tong only recently began to find acceptance again. Vaya's actions don't just reflect badly on me. They could be used to force us back into the shadows, maybe even disband us all together. We have to get ahead of...
That one has voices in his head.
Nothing's more important than reaching the council meeting. If the mercenaries get in our way, cut them down.
Everyone, calm down. Councillor Eris will deal with this. We're safe in here. There's no need to panic.
No need to panic. She's cut down every mercenary in her way. Her father won't be able to stop her.
Vaya's getting close. We're running out of time.
I'm hurt!
Let me try to open this door.
Vaya, daughter. I'm so sorry. I never meant for any of this to happen.
Come on, stubborn, stupid
Father,
rock.
why? Does the house really matter more than your own son?
I needed to protect Ulrun, to prove his loyalty. If I could do it all over again.
But you can't. None of us can. That's why I have to do this.
That's an order.
I'm not your apprentice anymore. The house has grown corrupt, evil. That's why all the councillors have to die. No more rules! No more secrets! House Redoran falls today.
Enough, Vaya. This isn't the way. Vaya's down. It's over.
So much bloodshed. So much needless death. If only Eris would have listened. Outlander, we should speak. The Morag Tong agent. She cares deeply for Vaya, doesn't she? It takes great courage to go against your heart and do what you know is best. You both did that by protecting the Council. A series of regrettable decisions led to this family tragedy, and most of them were made by Eris Relith. I knew of Ulrun's compassion concerning the Ashlanders. It was unorthodox, but not worthy of... Eris convinced Briven to test Ulrun. Then the two of them decided to slaughter the Ashlanders. Oh, the Council allowed itself to be convinced that exile was an appropriate punishment. But we were wrong. I didn't say that. But we're not butchers. We do not hire mercenary thugs to wipe out an entire people. This gathering was to deal with that. Eris planned to step down. House Redoran behaved poorly. Morag, cooperate with House...
I'm not sure about this. It's a generous offer, but those are some big secrets to sweep under a rug. The High Counselor thinks we killed her. The deal hinges upon all of us forgetting this sorry mess ever happened. Besides, when have I ever been able to convince Vaya to do anything she didn't want to do? There's veteran blood on Vaya's hands. Once the Morag Tong ties those unauthorized murders to her, she's as good as dead anyway, and more than likely, I don't see many options. We can either finish off Vaya now and go along with the High Counselor's deception, or we slip out of here with Vaya and send her far, far away. She broke her vows and deserves to die. I know that, but it still feels wrong.
Which way should I go this time? Yeah, with where I'm trying to go with this character, that's her attitude.
You're right, damn it all. Vaya spilled Redren blood, and now I need to do this alone. Now go. I'll see you in Balmora.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of today's episode. We are out of time. So I'm going to head back to Balmora and put everything to bed. Yeah, while I'm on the way there, I wanted to talk about the roadmap ahead. Last couple of weeks I've talked about the possibility of going into Westfield with the beginning of next season, and we are in fact going to do that. I was able to put the finances together to pick up the new expansion. So season 4 will be starting at the beginning of September. We'll start that with Candy's exploits in Westfield and move on from there. Next week we'll actually do some more adventuring here in Vvardenfell and see how much of it we can finish. Assuming we don't finish it all, we will likely come back here after Westfield. So in the meantime, I'm Ramblin' Rusty Elm. Have a good night, and don't forget to stop and smell the roses.